Well, they'd never fire anybody giving this agenda and message. Clearly. Either he quit or was fired, or this is all a bunch of rumors and media uproar just to get you talking about Doctor Who. I am Mecca. I need your help. I really do need your help. Please share this video on any Doctor Who forums or sites. Thumbs up, comment, all of those things. I am dangerously close to losing this channel because I'm not uploading as much because I'm dealing with chemo. I only have like one treatment left. We're almost there, and then the road to getting better. I should have worn my Dr. Karen wig, huh? I should have worn the blonde one. That's okay. Doctor Who, do we have to look at this? Do we really have to look at this? This is something we really want to, you want us to be looking at, Doctor Who. This is really what we want to be looking at on Doctor Who. The Sun. So, you know it's true because all the tabloids and things are reporting it. Exterminate, question mark, in purple. In purple. What does purple mean? Purple means what? Purple heart. It means like heartbreak. It means pain. Red means bad. Doctor Who faces the axe, is facing the axe as the lead star, Ncuti McBooty. I cannot pronounce his name, neither can you. We're going with that. Quits, quote unquote, amid woeful ratings and fans' fury at woke storylines. Yeah, the cringy stuff, the woke stuff. He's kind of hard to understand. Just his accent, his speaking voice, a little hard to understand for an old person like myself. And I mean, this type of stuff. I'm sure that's exactly what people dial in for Doctor Who on their Instagram. If you're following the Star, last night Cosmic Book News put this article out. They're saying that this show might be put the axe to, that they might put this on the shelf until they can figure out and sort out everything. Do you think it's time for Doctor Who to go away? Do you think that like in the modern day storytelling that we have so much Doctor Who we can go back and rewatch that we've either forgotten about, that we can catch up on, that we can introduce new people to say, hey, here's the good stuff, rather than just constantly focusing on this? Because even I, who gets like that little adrenaline rush from hate watching a show, even I just, once it's too boring, I'm like, I gotta find something else to do. I gotta find something more interesting, you know, like hockey or something. I hear that's pretty interesting and exciting lately this week. Doctor Who is facing the axe with lead star Ncuti McBooty poised to quit and crew claiming to be laid off. Is it any wonder though? Is it really any wonder? The ratings, like I've been covering this for years since Jodie Whittaker. The ratings have been going down and down and down. Even before Jodie Whittaker, I was personally noticing the storylines of needing a woman to tell him what to do, the doctor. That was a lot of the Jenna Coleman stuff in the Stephen Moffat era with the, oh gosh, what was his name now? I can't even think of him. The guy. This is what happens. You get brain fog when you're dealing with chemo. I'm so sorry. So here, while I think of it. The Scottish one, who should have just been Craig Ferguson anyway. So not Craig Ferguson, the guy who's like Craig Ferguson, that guy who played the guitar. It was kind of woke then. Why can't I think of the name? This is what happens when you're dealing with chemo. I'm so sorry about that. I'll edit it in later maybe, or not. Who cares? Point is, I can put cancer survivor on my resume now. So there. So take that, Ncuti McBooty. You're a quitter. You're worse than me. You're quitting and I never quit. So if you're actually quitting, then shame on you for quitting and not sticking by whatever principle this is. What space story does this tell? I know this is just his personal Instagram apparently. But what personal, like, what storylines do we really need? Do we really need corporate waste bad? I mean, maybe we do, I guess. I don't know. There's a lot of people really upset that people are, oh, that's political. I'm not going political on this one. I'm going to be better than Doctor Who and not go political. I'm just going to say it's been a little boring. He's a little hard to understand. The having woke and LGBTQ plus storylines or environmental or racial storylines in every single episode gets a little old, because what am I watching? Captain Planet, or whisked away to be on an adventure fighting robots that look like they have plungers on top of their heads that fall over when they try and go upstairs. You know, I wanted a cheap little sci-fi thing. Maybe it is time for Doctor Who to go away. So the rumor is they're going to shelve it for the next 5 years. As I first told you years ago, it could indeed be Rip Doctor Who, as now it's claimed the BBC will be shelving Doctor Who and that the Shooty McBooty doctor guy has now quit the show. It's known that nobody watched Doctor Who on Disney Plus, and the series has suffered its worst viewership ratings in its 60-year history. Yeah, it's just been going down and down and down since Lady Doctor Whammon. Lady Doctor Who Whammon, who just wants to go and feed you Cheerios and take you to the park and take you to the zoo like you're a child. That's what it really felt like with her. So it wasn't even so much the woke storylines, it was she felt like a mom for me. And then it was I had an upgrade, now I'm a woman. And now you got upgraded to, whatever this doctor is. This is like a Tinder app, isn't it? This is like his Grindr profile. That's actually his Instagram, I think. It's further said the crew recently wrapped on Doctor Who Season 2, but haven't been told anything about its future and are upset, especially considering there is no fanfare about finishing the second season. As a reporter for The Insider for The Sun says, word is on set that the BBC will shelve the series for at least 5 years. The crew were told not to hold their breath for work on the series for at least 10 years. It's also said that Doctor Who has been poorly managed, and those involved in the production that wanted to tell a story instead of an agenda were cast aside due to poor leadership. Its woke agenda comes ahead of the story. Well, a lot of that comes down from the BBC. That's how they keep their jobs, by kissing up to the right people. It's basically you have to agree with your boss. You have to agree with your boss, or else you don't get work. So that's a lot of this stuff, is that they were hiring the probably most useless people, put in some nephew job, some CEO job, some executive position. We're seeing that, and that's going to be my political commentary too, is that you get the kids of, the nephews of, the wives of, the spouses of, put in charge of things, and then that becomes policy. So that might not necessarily come from Doctor Who, but that's coming in the BBC back end with their policies and their agendas and what's going on over there. Russell T Davies returned as showrunner following the exit of Chris Chibnall. I almost said it again. I almost hit the chin ball. Chibnall and Jodie Whittaker. Davies doubled down on all the woke content when they got the Disney Plus and DEI money. Well, and now is the DEI money not coming from BlackRock, but actually coming from our own USA dollars? So I will get a little political. Is that where a lot of this diversity whatever didn't earn it money came from? Is that where a lot of the didn't earn it money came from? Was our own USA dollars for these nephew jobs? They're nephew jobs. They're sister jobs. They're wife jobs. You give your daughter-in-law or your son-in-law some useless corporate executive job on the board of something useless. That's all this is. Davies self-inserted and injected woke content into Doctor Who, including trans actors, episodes slamming capitalism and Christianity. See, it's not so much capitalism that I personally would even blame for a lot of this stuff, if I'm going to get on my soapbox here. I'd say the massive corruption in corporatism, the massive loopholes, corporate waste, the nephew jobs. That stuff. A lot of that coming from USAID, apparently. I think that was probably coming from that instead of the BlackRock stuff. Capitalism and Christianity, and introducing a new enemy played by a drag queen. Well, wouldn't that be just the enemy, though? Isn't that telling you that the enemy is in drag? I'm just saying. There has been no Disney announcement about Doctor Who Season 3, because nobody wanted to watch this. Nobody wanted to watch The Acolyte. That was one of the poorest rated. All the stuff's getting cut in the government. We're having a massive shift economically, with a lot of people losing their nephew jobs, losing their cushy nephew jobs. That also happened in Hollywood during the writers' strikes, the Screen Actors Guild strikes. We saw a lot of that with the studio wanting to use AI coming in to just replace background actors. So we're seeing a lot of this economic domino effect still from probably 2020 still happening, and probably even earlier. I started noticing a lot of the really, really bad economic stuff in about 2008, but then again, I'm older than I look. So what do you guys think? Is this going to be just more of an executive corporate decision because the woke stuff doesn't sell? Did he quit? Did he get fired? Is this just marketing for a slow news day? Is this another distraction while somebody does something really, really bad right in front of our nose while we're all looking at, hey, Doctor Who's getting canceled, Doctor Who's getting canceled. I am Mecca. Tell me what you guys think in the comment section, and I will see you on the next video, live stream, or wherever.
Put a ticket in and make her name it gay!